G'day, Benjamin Kallenberg, consciousazine.net. Well, I don't know what happened with the T on the end there. Consciousazine.net. Don't know where the T went. Anyway, watching, it's probably the braces. Sorry about any lisps or anything. I'm not a reptilian, I swear. I swear that I've got braces. Anyway. So, watching some SJW, some good old SJW, social justice. Oh my god, there it goes again, sorry. Social justice warriors. And, hold on, let me get the picture back.
Because we have so
See
many
the lady
public
up
health
there?
campaigns that are
Yeah, you
driving
probably
the
didn't see her
message
there.
home.
Up on the right next to this woman's head, who's speaking, where the notes are. Where the notes of the lady speaking are behind that,
For people
just
to
there in the pink. Her name appeared on the screen. It was Kelly Jean, and her last name was Drinkwater. I was like, whoa. Her last name is Drinkwater. Like, actually, the conjoined words, those two words, to drink and then to drink water. So Drinkwater is her actual last name. It came up on the screen before. And I was just thinking, for the life of me, how can she not get that signal? This is what organic portals are like. They're just 100% ignorant for their ego, right? And you think, well, how does she have an ego? She's sitting there all calmly. That's because you're a Hylic and you mistake spirit, me speaking up like this right now, for ego. You're wrong. So what ego actually is the thing governing these fat bodies, anyone's body. So this fat woman here, and fat's not acceptable. Is exercise a mystery to these fat people? All they ever talk about is, oh, dieting this. I dieted, I lost a little bit of weight, and then I slipped back into my fat. It's because your fat is little creatures, and they're hungry, and they're pissing and pooing in you. Your fat is parasites, and these parasites are pooing and pissing in you, clogging all your systems, so there's no way you can sit there and say, yeah, I'm healthy, I'm obese, but I'm healthy. That doesn't happen. You've got parasites. That's unhealthy to begin with, because they are not your mind, they are not your cells. This is just common sense. But I can prove it with a ton of science. You know, even just the word parasite means to suck energy, yeah? It's not symbiotic. Remember, there is the definition parasite, then there is symbiosis. So what she's doing is she's like all the rest of them. Oh, diet, yeah, I tried diet. Oh, don't pay out on us. Don't give us any slack because we're fat. Because we don't want to do anything about it. Think we're going to just be able to eat more. This is just like buffoonery. People are buffoons when you're fat. You're only buffoons. Hey, come back here. Sorry, I had to get my cat. So, what I find interesting is her last name is actually Drinkwater. It's like, watch this video. It's, I don't know why is it, there we go. Watch this video and you'll see what I mean. And what's interesting is her last name is Drinkwater. Is that like ringing a bell yet? Because see how it does for you? But she can have that as her last name. Wherein every time she states her name, every time she sees it on a bit of paper, it's there. She can see it literally 1 million, a billion times in her life, maybe, who knows? 1 million times she can see it. She can see her last name, Drinkwater, right? What does water do? Water grabs onto every other molecule we know, right? And so maybe drink distilled water or pure water. It's known to pull things out of the body, even minerals. It's definitely going to help you get thinner. It's pure water and it grabs onto things made out of stuff. You know, like all the stuff you have filled in your stuffed body. So that's very interesting that her last name is Drink Water. She can see this a million times, and this is why I put this as an example of an organic portal and how they are completely ignorant. She can see this a million times and still not get it. Or maybe I should do a water fast. Maybe I should figure out water. Maybe I should just research it with Google or whatever search engine you want to use. Maybe I should research it because it's my last name. Maybe it means something. I couldn't believe this. Her name is actually Drink Water. Her last name's Drinkwater. Kelly Jean with a hyphen. Drinkwater. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I can see this twice and go, oh, the second time is enough to make me go, my last name's Drinkwater. I'm obese. Then, one of the first things you figure out about water is that it's a cleaner. It cleans things. You're doing it every day. You're washing your dishes. Again, a million times in her life, she'll probably wash the dishes. She can't connect that water cleans things and that she has stuff in her body that she needs to clean out. And her last name. I mean, this is just the perfect example of an organic portal. Highly ignorant. It's just unbelievable. Can you believe this? Watch this video. Tell me I'm wrong. Comment below how I'm wrong. I'd love to hear it. But her last name is Drinkwater. She can't figure out after a million times of writing that on a piece of paper and washing her dishes that water cleans things and that she's fat. She can't even put the dots together. See, their brains, they don't work. They're not conscious either, which proves consciousness is not created by the brain. Consciousness is not sense-stored electrical waves. Sense-stored electrical waves are not conscious of themselves. You see? You're getting how, this all connects up. I always say they're the surface body. They're spiritless, soulless humans, these organic portals. And they're the reason, there's such slow advancement. Not fat people. Organic portals are the reason there's such slow advancement in this world. This is so interesting because not only her last name's all that, and all I ever hear fat people talk about is diet. What happened to exercise, moving the body? I mean, you've got Arnold Schwarzenegger. He came and he's gone almost. It's 50 years later. I mean, he was Mr. Universe and everything. I mean, that shows you that repetition of muscles, gets away the fat and creates your cells and the muscles, right? So, I mean, you have these people, you have the examples, you have your own name, Kelly Jean Drinkwater. Like God actually said, hey, Kelly Jean, drink some water. What the fuck is going on here? If this is not the perfect example of unconsciousness, I'd like to see a better example. Your own name is that. You wash the dishes every night with water that cleans the dirt, the gunk off the dishes. What do you think the fat in your body is? You think it's fairies and unicorns? Come on. I mean, I just thought this was the perfect example. Watch the video for yourself. You tell me I'm wrong and you tell me how I'm wrong. And what is the deal with fat people? I say unto all of you fat people right now, why is exercise a mystery to you? I can eat shit. I can eat whatever I want all day and I could exercise and still look good. So it's got nothing to do with food. Yes, you are what you eat, so the more superfoods you eat and, vegetables and fruit, it's obviously going to make you better. But I've surfed in my life. I'm a surfer of the ocean waves, and I used to eat such shit. I used to eat just whatever. Anything from the vending machine, I'd eat whatever. right? I was absolute garbage guts like 10 years ago, right? And I was still fit because I was surfing for like 3 hours, 2 hours a day, every day, almost every day, not even every day. I mean, can't you figure out exercise? There's no excuse of being fat. This is retarded. It's a retardation. That means to eddy a flow, to retard something. That's what you're doing, making yourself fat. You're slowing yourself down and you're retarding your brain structures, not to mention all the other stuff. The parasites, they have minds too. So you become the parasite's mind. Very similar to the idea of a compromised mind. Very compromised. And they look compromised too, so it's reflected. Not just you are what you eat, you are what you think. So, I don't know, I thought this was the absolute perfect example. The lady's name is Kelly Jean Drink Water. Drink some fucking water. It can't be clearer. It's in English, she speaks English. Like, it's her name. Anyway, there's no excuse for being fat because you exercise, you move your body. It falls off. It literally falls out of you. It literally falls off you and out of you. It's just really no excuse. It's just repetition, up and down, up and down. Does not take a genius, doesn't take a rocket scientist or anything. It's just movement back and forth. Anybody can do it. Hence, there is no excuse on anybody's part. Oh, I'm big boned. Oh, it's genetics. None of this. Just exercise. We had Bruce Lipton. We had Bruce Lipton show us that we're not victims of our biology. So it's not genetics. It's your lack of exercise. There's no excuse. And look, these people represent gross waste. Gross and gross, but gross waste. And the planet is now getting rid of all these people. When these systems that we have, the systems we have in place that nanny everyone, that baby everyone along, when they start to break down now, like you're seeing in Venezuela and so on, when it starts to break down now, these are the people who are going to struggle the most. The more ignorant you are, the more connected to the system you are, the more you're going to struggle. Anyway, fat people, is, exercise some sort of mystery, or are you on another planet, or... There's no excuse. It's at the end of history now. We are amalgamation people. Amalgamen and amalgawomen. Amalgamation. That means you bring it all together. You connect the dots. It's not even that difficult because you have the internet, which can produce these results. 5 points I've made. 5 solid points I've made. Not to mention it's in her name. Maybe she should try to drink some water. Sure, I bet she would say, I drink water. Yeah, but increase the dose. Jesus. But anyway, exercise. Is this some kind of mystery? Because why do I only ever hear fat people talk about diet? It's because they're just so tuned into food, they think, that food must be the solution too. Einstein said, you don't solve a problem on the same level that it was created. So, maybe food's not the answer to getting rid of the fat that was caused by food. Why is exercise a mystery?